turn to the White House, where Joe Biden is most definitely fast asleep, missing another Hannity. How wrong is that? There's something really wrong. Anyway, during a rare public appearance, Joe didn't look so well today. Here is the First Lady gently guiding the ever weak and frail Joey away from the podium. Now, if I had to make like a caption for that video, what would it be? Okay, come on, Joey, let's go home now, and I'll even give you some chocolate ice cream. As Joe struggles, to get ready for the State of the Union. That'll take months. After his recent multi-trillion-dollar spending spree, our federal debt is at a whopping $30 trillion for the first time ever. We're stealing from our kids and grandkids. One payroll provider, ADP, now reporting over 300,000 private sector jobs were lost in January alone. Here with reaction is former Arkansas Governor Mike Huckabee, along with former White House Chief of Staff Mark Meadows. Mark, what a difference a year makes, doesn't it?
Well, what a difference a year makes, and really what a difference leadership makes. When you look at Donald Trump in the White House, we were celebrating, even in the midst of COVID, we were celebrating unbelievable job growth. We didn't have to deal with inflation. And yet what we see here is we're just wanting someone to lead. And quite frankly, what we're getting is a whole lot of deflection, a whole lot of blame. And you mentioned the job numbers. Jen Psaki has been forecasting this for several days now. And what do? They blame it on the virus that Joe Biden said he was going to defeat within a month or two of coming into office. That plan didn't work well. Sadly, the American people are paying the price.
Yeah. Let's get your take, Governor Huckabee. A lot of these problems, I say, were all preventable, from the mistreatment of COVID to the borders to energy to the economy to inflation. Now we've got, one crisis overseas after another. All of them can be solved, but that would mean Joe Biden has to implement Donald Trump's policies, but it's never going to happen. So we got 3 years of hell ahead of us?
I think we do. I think that's the real challenge, is that there's going to be 3 more years. By the way, Sean, I almost called the fire department tonight because you are on fire. I've not seen you so spot on in such a long time. I mean, it's just, I've been sitting back and just saying, wow, somebody lit him up tonight. But I think when you look at what's happening, the trouble... Yeah, well, Joe Biden's problem is that he had a table full of solutions that he inherited from President Trump. He didn't like President Trump, but Trump handed him a secure border, energy independence, a strong recovering economy, a vaccine, a plan to move forward and stop the lockdowns. And Joe reversed every single thing of it. And as a result, his numbers now make a toilet look like a comfortable place to live.
I can't come up with a line like that, Mark Meadows. If you want to try and top that, you can.
Hey, let me just say, the governor's exactly right. It's a 5-alarm fire tonight, but guess where there needs to be a 5-alarm fire? At 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. They should say all hands on deck. They had, exactly as he said, they had everything given to him, and yet what they've done is they've followed it up with policy that's just not working.
I can't believe, Governor, we ran out of tests after Christmas for COVID. How do you run out of tests going into the 3rd year of a pandemic? How do you run out of life-saving monoclonal antibodies? How do you not warp speed the antivirals that every doctor seems to agree on are extremely effective of keeping people, especially with breakthrough cases, out of hospitals and keeping them alive? How is that possible? How do you screw up that bad?
Well, I think it's because there's an arrogance that permeates the White House. They don't think that they have done anything wrong. When you get out and celebrate how we got out of Afghanistan, you got some real issues in terms of just self-awareness. So the reason that they got in so much trouble with things like the test is because they didn't order them. The big question is, why didn't they order them? Who didn't order them? Then there's a lot of questions left to be answered, but I think you saw the real answer: Jill Biden leading Joe away, not romantically, but because otherwise I'm not sure he knew how to get out of that room.
I think you're right. By the way, I don't know what your background is, but it looks like you're in like a Vegas bar, Governor Huckabee. I can't tell what it is. Anyway, thank you both for being with us.